Japan has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Seniors there routinely live well into their 80s and 90s, not just alive, but thriving, walking, cooking, gardening, and enjoying life when most people their age elsewhere struggle with wheelchairs, medications, and hospital visits. I want you to hear this from me directly, because I've seen it too many times in my clinic. Seniors come in smiling, telling me they just feel a little slower. Then I run the tests, and what I find terrifies me. Arteries stiff as concrete, muscle strength cut in half, balance so weak that one wrong step could send them to the ER. And here's the worst part. Most of them had no idea this was happening to their bodies until it was too late. But I also need you to know something hopeful. I've seen patients in their late 60s and 70s turn it all around. Not with more pills, not with expensive treatments, but with the simple daily movements Japanese elders have practiced for decades. The truth is brutal. 99% of seniors don't even know these movements exist. And that's why frailty, falls, and strokes steal their independence far too soon. But in Japan, elders live longer, healthier, and stronger because these 6 daily habits keep their muscles sharp, their arteries flexible, and their brains clear. In this video, we will reveal the 6 powerful Japanese elder movements you must know, ranked from number 6 to number 1. Stick around because the number 3 movement has been proven to slash the risk of sudden death by nearly 40%. Yet almost no one outside Japan is doing it. And yes, every single reference is linked in the description below, because this isn't myth, it's science. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching us from? Drop it in the comments. We are reading and replying to every single one. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 6, the routine Japanese elders never skip. Number 6, Rajio Taiso, radial calisthenics. If you've ever visited Japan early in the morning, you may have seen something remarkable. Groups of seniors gather in parks, schools, or even outside office buildings, standing in neat rows as a cheerful piano tune plays from a loudspeaker. This is Rajio Taiso, or radial calisthenics, a daily broadcast exercise routine that has been practiced across Japan for almost a century. It's short, simple, and looks almost too easy. But don't be fooled. For seniors, it's one of the most powerful habits for preventing diabetes, heart disease, and muscle loss. Here's why it matters. Rajio Taiso lasts only 10 minutes, but it engages every major muscle group, arms, legs, core, back, through light stretching, bending, twisting, and jumping. A study in the Journal of Exercise Rehabilitation found that seniors who practiced radial calisthenics daily improved their balance by 23% and reduced their fall risk by nearly 30%. Another study published in the Geriatrics and Gerontology International Journal showed it improved flexibility, circulation, and even lowered blood pressure in elderly participants. In a country where falls are a leading cause of disability, this daily ritual is saving lives. Meet Takako, 75. Every morning at 6:30, she joins her neighbors in the park for Rajio Taiso. She once suffered from knee pain and dizziness, but since she started moving with the group, her pain has eased, her blood pressure has stabilized, and she says she feels 10 years younger. Her doctor noticed her improved posture and stamina, and instead of prescribing more pills, told her, "Keep doing what you're doing." For Takako, those 10 minutes each morning became the medicine she didn't know she needed. The best part? You don't have to live in Japan to do it. Rajio Taiso routines are free on YouTube, complete with music and instructions. 10 minutes a day is all it takes to feel the benefits. No equipment, no gym, just movement. Rajio Taiso proves that exercise doesn't need to be extreme to be effective. For seniors, the key is rhythm, repetition, and full body engagement. And while these simple radial calisthenics can extend your life, the next Japanese elder movement digs even deeper, improving not just your strength, but also your balance and brain health in a way Western doctors are only starting to understand. Number 5. Seiza sitting and standing. In Japan, chairs were not a common part of traditional homes for centuries. Instead, People sat on tatami mats in a kneeling position known as seiza. From this posture, they would stand up, sit back down, and repeat the motion many times a day, at meals, during ceremonies, even while resting. To outsiders, it may look uncomfortable, but for Japanese elders, it became a natural form of exercise, building hidden strength, balance, and flexibility that most Western seniors lose. Here's why this movement is so powerful. Sitting in seiza stretches the hips, ankles, and knees. Standing up from the floor forces the thighs, glutes, and core muscles to work together. This single daily habit keeps the body mobile and prevents one of the deadliest risks for seniors, falls. According to a study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, the ability to sit down on the floor and rise back up without using your hands is a strong predictor of survival. Adults who could do this had a 5 times lower risk of dying early than those who could not. In other words, seiza isn't just a cultural habit, it's a life expectancy test. Meet Kenji, 70. He still eats dinner on the floor with his grandchildren. At first, his son-in-law, visiting from the US, struggled to sit cross-legged for more than 5 minutes and had to use his hands to push himself up. Kenji, on the other hand, stood up smoothly without support, smiling as he carried tea to the table. His family teased him, but the truth was clear. His decades of seiza had kept his body strong and flexible, while his Western counterpart was stiff and dependent. The reason seiza sitting and standing works so well is that it forces full-range joint mobility. The ankles flex deeply, which strengthens balance. The knees bend fully, keeping cartilage nourished. The hips stretch, preventing stiffness that leads to lower back pain. And the act of standing up without using your hands requires powerful leg and core engagement. For seniors, this builds the kind of strength you need for real life, rising from a chair, climbing stairs, or catching yourself when you trip. Seiza sitting and standing proves something Western fitness often forgets. The best exercise isn't found in a gym. It's in the movements you repeat every day. And while this traditional practice builds resilience from the ground up, the next Japanese elder movement goes even further, training not just the body, but also the lungs and heart, unlocking a secret to energy and calm that most seniors desperately need. Number 4. Walking after meals. In Japan, it's common to see elders slowly strolling through their neighborhoods after lunch or dinner. This isn't just leisure, it's medicine in motion. Walking after meals is a daily ritual for many Japanese seniors, and it's one of the most powerful habits for controlling blood sugar, preventing belly fat, and protecting the arteries from dangerous spikes in glucose. Here's why it matters. After you eat, your blood sugar naturally rises. For younger people, insulin quickly moves that sugar into the muscles. But after 50, insulin sensitivity declines. That means sugar lingers in your bloodstream longer, damaging arteries, feeding belly fat, and increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Walking after a meal works like a shortcut. It activates the muscles immediately, forcing them to pull glucose out of the blood. A study published in Diabetologia found that a 15-minute walk after meals lowered post-meal blood sugar by 22% in older adults with prediabetes. That's a bigger improvement than some medications provide. Meet Hiroko, 74. For years, she battled high blood sugar despite carefully watching her diet. But her doctor suggested something simple: take a short walk after meals. At first, she thought, how can 10 minutes make a difference? But she gave it a try. Soon, her blood sugar monitor showed steadier numbers. Her belly, which had stubbornly resisted diets, began to shrink. She felt lighter, and her evening headaches disappeared. Hiroko now swears by her after-dinner walks as the reason she still feels strong in her 70s. The beauty of this habit is how easy it is. You don't need to power walk or sweat. Just 10 to 15 minutes of relaxed walking is enough. A gentle stroll around your block, through a garden, or even inside your home if the weather is bad will deliver the benefits. The key is timing. Do it within 30 minutes of eating, when blood sugar is at its peak. For Japanese elders, walking after meals isn't exercise. It's a lifestyle, and it shows why they remain mobile, slim, and resilient well into their 80s and 90s. But as powerful as walking is, the next Japanese elder movement taps into something even more overlooked. It improves circulation, strengthens bones, and builds balance through a centuries-old practice that even sumo wrestlers use. Before we go on, if you're getting value from this video, go ahead and tap that like button, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icons so you never miss out on powerful health tips like these. Number 3. Gentle hip rotations and torso twists. If you walk through Japanese parks in the morning, you'll see something unusual. Seniors standing tall, slowly rotating their hips in wide circles, then twisting their torsos side to side with calm, steady breathing. To the untrained eye, it looks too easy, like they're just loosening up. But science shows these gentle hip rotations and torso twists are powerful movements that keep joints flexible, improve circulation, and even protect the brain. Here's why this matters. As you age, your hips and spine stiffen, blood flow slows, and muscles tighten. This not only increases back pain, but also restricts circulation to your legs and organs. Hip rotations work like lubrication for your joints, keeping the cartilage nourished and reducing arthritis pain. Torso twists strengthen the core muscles around your spine, protect posture, and stimulate blood flow to the digestive organs, improving gut health. A study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that seniors who practiced daily torso rotations improved trunk flexibility by 28% and balance by 21% after just 6 weeks. Better balance means fewer falls, the single greatest danger to independence after 70. Meet Masao, 76. He used to struggle with chronic lower back pain and dizziness. His granddaughter encouraged him to join a local park group where elders did daily hip circles and torso twists. At first, Masao felt silly. He thought the movements were too simple to matter. But within a month, his pain eased, his posture improved, and he noticed he could walk longer without fatigue. Even his digestion improved, since the twisting massaged his intestines and reduced bloating. For Masao, what seemed like child's play became the reason he could once again garden and play with his grandchildren without fear of falling. How can you do it? Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly rotate your hips in wide circles, first clockwise, then counterclockwise for 30 seconds each. Then, place your hands on your hips, gently twist your torso side to side, letting your shoulders turn while keeping your hips stable. Breathe deeply as you move. Just a few minutes of this in the morning can transform stiffness into fluid motion. Gentle hip rotations and torso twists remind us of something vital. Movement doesn't need to be intense to be life-saving. These small, steady motions restore circulation, strengthen the spine, and keep balance sharp. And while this practice is simple, the next Japanese elder movement is even more surprising. It's rooted in mindfulness and posture, and research shows it can actually extend lifespan. Number 2. Squatting. Yasumi Ishi-style resting squat. In Japan, elders are often seen crouching comfortably on their haunches in what's called the Yasumi Ishi squat, a natural resting position that most Westerners over 50 can't even attempt without wobbling, groaning, or falling backward. It may look simple, but this resting squat is one of the most powerful longevity movements Japanese seniors practice, and it holds the key to stronger muscles, better digestion, and healthier arteries. Here's why. Squatting deeply activates the largest muscle groups in the body, the thighs, glutes, and core. For seniors, these are the muscles that prevent frailty and falls. Studies show that strong leg muscles alone are linked to a lower risk of dementia and longer lifespan. A large-scale study in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that adults who could sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands had a 5-fold lower risk of premature death compared to those who could not. The squat isn't just an exercise, it's a predictor of survival. Meet Keiko, 71. She grew up in a home where chairs were rare and resting on the ground was the norm. Even today, when she weeds her garden or plays with her grandchildren, she drops into a deep squat without thinking. Her friend from the U.S., visiting at age 70, tried the same, and couldn't hold it for more than 5 seconds before losing balance. Keiko laughed gently and said, "This is why I don't fall when I trip." Her secret wasn't special training, it was decades of daily squatting. For those who haven't squatted in years, the key is to start gently. Use a wall or a chair for support and practice lowering yourself only as far as comfortable. Even partial squats train your muscles and joints. Gradually, your body adapts and your flexibility improves. Seniors who reintroduce squatting into daily life often report feeling younger because they regained the ability to move freely without stiffness. The Sumi-ishi squat proves an ancient truth. Aging doesn't steal mobility, lack of practice does. And while this resting squat keeps the body young and the arteries flexible, the number one movement Japanese elders do every day is even more shocking. It has been proven in clinical studies to slash the risk of sudden death, protect the brain, and extend lifespan in a way no pill ever could. Number 1. Tai Chi-inspired slow balance movements. In Japanese parks at sunrise, you'll often see groups of elders moving gracefully, slow steps, extended arms, deep breathing, and precise shifts of weight. These Tai Chi-inspired slow balance movements, sometimes called Kenko Taiso in Japan, are not just calming rituals. They are medicine in motion, proven to extend lifespan, prevent falls, and even protect the brain against dementia. For seniors, this is the single most important daily movement for survival. Here's why. Tai Chi-style balance movements strengthen the body's stabilizing muscles, hips, ankles, core, and back, while also sharpening the brain's coordination centers. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that seniors who practiced Tai Chi 3 times a week reduced their risk of falls by 47% compared to those who didn't. Another trial in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease reported that older adults who performed slow balance movements for 6 months improved cognitive function by 20% and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. In short, these gentle, flowing motions act as both physical and mental therapy. Meet Yumi, 79. She once feared going outside alone because of her unsteady legs and fading memory. At her daughter's urging, she joined a local senior group that practiced slow balance movements every morning. At first, she wobbled and felt embarrassed, but the group encouraged her to keep going. 6 months later, Yumi no longer feared falling. She could stand on one leg while brushing her teeth. Her memory was sharper, and she said she finally felt peace in her own body again. Her doctor told her she had the balance of someone 10 years younger. You don't need a full Tai Chi routine to benefit. Even practicing simple motions, shifting weight from one foot to the other, extending your arms slowly, rotating through controlled steps, will improve your balance and circulation. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can transform how your body and brain age. This daily practice explains why Japanese elders often live so long with grace and independence. While the West relies on gyms and machines, Japanese seniors use their own bodies as medicine. And the evidence is clear. Slow, mindful balance movements don't just protect against falls, they extend life itself. Tai Chi-inspired balance movements are the crown jewel of Japanese elder habits. They combine strength, flexibility, mindfulness, and healing into one practice. And while every movement on this list matters, this one may be the difference between living longer or living stronger. And there you have it, the 6 powerful movements Japanese elders do every single day to stay strong, sharp, and independent long after 60. From the rhythm of Rajio Taiso to the floor mobility of Seiza sitting and standing, the after-meal walks that stabilize blood sugar, the gentle twists that protect balance, the deep squats that melt belly fat and build strength, all the way to the Tai Chi-inspired balance movements that extend life itself. These aren't random exercises. They're survival habits. They're the secret medicine built into daily life that keeps Japanese elders living longer, healthier, and more gracefully than almost anywhere else in the world. Think about it. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. And you don't need to be an athlete. You just need to move the way the world's longest living people move, every day, consistently, and with purpose. The science is undeniable. Each of these movements improves circulation, strengthens muscles, protects memory, and lowers your risk of falls, diabetes, heart attacks, and strokes. But here's the shocking part: 99% of seniors outside Japan never do them. That's why frailty, wheelchairs, and hospital visits come earlier than they should. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 movements will you try first? Rajio Taiso, Seiza, maybe the after-meal walks? Tell me in the comments below. We're reading and replying to every single one. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you never miss another life-changing senior health video. Stay strong, stay sharp, and remember, it's not the years in your life that matter, it's the life in your years. These 6 Japanese elder movements could be the key to both. If you've got any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.